Who aged out or moved from U22 initiative to TAM, if that's the case?
No, nobody. We have a Bai Kulubali as a new addition as under 22. We have a Idan Toklomati, and we have a Nikola Petkovic. That's the three that we have right now.
Okay. So Kerwin's left U22.
Kervin left. Yeah, Kervin
Yep.
and what Malanda. Also, we took Malanda off some time ago, and Kervin as well. Kervin, we will buy him down to the TAM
Okay.
plan.
Well, I'll apologize in advance, Zoran, that they always leave me with the hard questions. So my understanding was that Christian Fuchs's departure yesterday came as a surprise to the club, and I know that Newport County only had, they had like a 5 day search. Was that a surprise?
For me, it's not. It was surprised of the name of the club, but I wasn't surprised that Christian is a very ambitious. He worked with some good coaches, managers. Dean was the last one in that like long list of the coaches that he learned. He never hid from us desire to be a head coach one day. Clearly, we couldn't offer him that, and he needed to start from somewhere. Um, One of his stepson is in England as well, playing for Sheffield United, I believe, as a youth goalkeeper, and his family was planning to relocate to England, so it wasn't a surprise that he's gone to England and found a club. I just didn't know which club he's talking to, and then I spoke to him on several occasions in the past 2 months, and he always said to me that his desire is to be a head coach, and we wish him the best, all the best. He's done a very good job with us. It's a very rare to have a captain who becomes an assistant coach and then goes become a head coach in a different team, and it's a good luck to him.
And for those of us who might not know how assistant contracts work, was he contracted through the year, or is it the sort of thing where they need, they
He
Newport
had
needs
a
to
three
buy out?
years. He had a 3 years contract with us that is ending this December.
Yep.
So that was pretty straightforward. And he asked us to be uh, taken out of his contract for the past month, and we agreed. So yeah, I would not stop him going anyway. Nobody would. Dean would not as well. We like him. He in an internal conversation, he was offered to stay, offer a new contract, but I think he wanted to go and be a head coach himself, which is fair enough.
Moving on to the performance, obviously this year, for the second year of Dean, there were really high expectations, and the team, as has been said many times, ran into injury issues. What do you think is the standard that's expected of you and Dean next year, knowing that, if you don't start getting those trophies, coaches tend to have a short shelf life in professional football.
Do you know what? We won a trophies. Can we promise them? No. I mean, Inter Miami, I'm sure they thought they're going to stroll through the MLS Cup, but they didn't. Let's see if they're going to do it this year. I mean, they have most incredible name on their rosters, and they still lose the games. So it really is this league. It's a testament to this league. It's getting better. The teams are getting better. So bringing a one big DP name doesn't necessarily guarantees success or guarantees to win the games. So for me, again, I just said I want us to be a. If I have to single out one club that impressed me in the past 10 years in this league, this will be a Seattle Sounders. And this is the club that is always in playoffs, always fighting, sometimes second, first, fifth. Doesn't matter, but they're always there or thereabout. I would like us to become as close as possible to Seattle Sounders. So our fans are not dreaming about playoffs. They're dreaming about how far we go in playoffs. But for me, it would be foolish to promise trophy, because I even if you bring Mbappe and and few more, and his friends. Again, it's a very difficult promise, and I think it'll be not serious for me to say something. I know we want them, and we'll do everything possible. But for me to be a top four every year, home field advantage, competitive, uh, uh, bring the fans on the stadium because we play well, we score goals, we have a lot of wins. That's what is success already, in my opinion.
Moving on to the player selections and roster decisions. Earlier today, you talked about how you feel experience is a big need for the club. Was that sort of the rationale behind going into a new contract with Brandt instead of just picking up his option for next year?
We wanted to thank Brandt for being most consistent player. Perhaps he's player that played most games in the past 3 seasons. He impressed me the way he. I mean, just one fact: he's in gym right now. I just saw him. I mean, you don't see many. I mean, him and Harry Toffolo in the gym, and a few younger ones. So that dedication is important. Also, being from North Carolina, from Charlotte, brings extra. We want to have a local players. We want to have a players from this territory. I think that's important. That for community, for fans, this bridge between the community and the players is important. When you bring players from overseas, it's not always the same. And he deserved the new contract. It's easy to pick up the option, but I think he seriously deserved the contract the last season. We gave the new contracts to Westwood, Byrne, Kalina. They were in the same position as him. I could have taken their options, but I thought this kind of core group of players that gives you 110% every game are very important for us to kind of keep around.
You've gone into before why Drake Callender was such an important acquisition, but what did y'all see in Jibril and Tiger that led you to pick up their options and not some of the other players who are departing the club?
Well, Jibril is the player that we value a lot. I think he's getting better. I mean, he had a slow start. I think Jibril needs to play. When he plays better. When he sits on a bench 5 games, then the sixth game he might not perform as well as if he played in continuity 3 or 4 games. So Jibril is someone we're expecting to play a strong role. I wouldn't say major role, but I'll say strong role next season again. You need a solid, experienced midfield. You need a depth in a midfield. You need the players that are happy and are ready to step in. And I think Jibril will give us that, whether he starts or whether he comes off the bench. I think we have an experienced MLS player now. We're working on his green card as well. So hopefully he'll be domestic by the time we start the season. So that will be added bonus. And he's also a lovely boy, great professional. So we like him and we'd like to keep him around. So that's the reason. Tiger Smalls, we want to give him another year to see what he can do. He's young and he's an interesting prospect. He can play 2 positions. We think he can play striker. So he gives us a little bit more depth behind Toklomati and Archie Goodwin. And he can also play on the wing. But we see him as someone that would probably divide his time between Crown Legacy and the first team. He needs to play games. He needs games. So we hope to kind of, if he doesn't play for the first team or he's on a bench, he'll play the game for Legacy.
And then finally for me, the most interesting note to me was on Brandon Cambridge. The club still has an option. It seems like you could still exercise it, or you could reach a new contract. Where are you with Brandon?
We are talking to his representatives right now and to find the best solution for Brandon. He's another one that needs to play games. It's not as simple to we can take the option, but we also have to be fair and discuss with the player his future in terms of if you take the option and he plays 1 game the whole season or 5, it's not good for his development. So we are negotiating with his camp. We'll probably have more news at the beginning of next week.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Zoran, and
Thank you.
congratulations.